Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Season 1 Part 2, I was about to say Season 2, Season 1 Part 2 of Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. And buckle in, because this is gonna be a short one. I feel like I can't really drag this review on too much. I have a couple bullet points just to keep me on track, but really I don't have a lot to talk about, because I don't really have anything to criticize. You know, when I want to like break things down and be like, oh, this could have been done differently or better, that's one thing, but this was just so freaking good that I really don't have anything to do but praise it. It's like, okay, this aspect was good, every aspect was good. It was really, really great. So this is based on a light novel adapted by Studio Bind or Bind. For some reason, though you would think Bind would be the first thing to come to mind, when I wrote it down, I was like, oh yeah, Studio Bind, and then I sat there for a second and was like, why did I pronounce it like that? Why do I want to say it like that? But yeah, it's absolutely incredible. The story is so good. We kind of got, for the first part of Season 1, the setup, the basics. I already reviewed the first part of Season 1. With the characters and a little bit of intro to the world and everything, and now we're really going on our first adventure, and it's so good. Just because not only is it a fun adventure and a really well written world, but the character work is just absolutely insane. Rudius in particular is written in an incredible way in 50 different aspects. I love sort of a lot of the main themes they have going on with people like early on in the season, or I guess if you're counting this as a season and a half season, early on, he's like, people change when referring to Ghislaine. It's like, that refers to everybody. And that's the thing. Whether they want to or not, people do change. Like, people change for the better, people change for the worse. And I really like that he was saying that for others. He was standing up for others, but it takes him until, toward the end before he, even toward the end, he's still not applying that to himself. He is still, saying that he's the same person, falling into the same sort of despair that he had been trapped in his previous life. And it's just written so well. Like, the ending in particular, I think, is incredibly good. And I love how things from the very start all the way toward the end, all the little characters and stuff, how it all ties in there at the end, where he feels so alone and he feels just like he was in his past life. But we see away from him, when we're seeing other characters, there's all these people all over this world that think highly of him, that think good about himself, even though he's downing on himself. Like, it's all just so good. Eris especially, too. I want to say Eris's character development here was maybe my favorite. I think that the growth that she had is insanely good. I absolutely love that too. All of the Paul stuff, I think that's probably the highlight for me when it comes to the season. I really, really love the Paul stuff. I think getting into some of the production quality type stuff, the director killed it. The direction is so good. It just feels so cinematic. The art style is amazing. I think the art style did a wonderful job here. The animation's amazing. The music is amazing. Again, they really nailed every aspect of this, I feel like. I also want to praise the pacing. I think that the pacing was, again, great. It's slow enough that you really feel like you connect to all the places that they visited, all the characters, but it's still so quick that it really grabs your attention at all times. And for me personally, I think the only time that it kind of, and this is something that some of you may disagree with, the only episode where I felt like, oh, okay, the pacing's a little bit slow here, was the one with Roxy visiting her village and everything. But even that, the writing there is so amazing, with, again, it connecting to a bunch of other things with Rudius and everything, but also the story of her basically growing up as, her people's version of deaf mute. It's so good. Like, the series just constantly surprises me with how good it can be. And I've, again, read a little ahead. I said that before when reviewing Season 1, Part 1. So there a bunch of things. I mentioned in season 1 part 1 that I don't think it's a love-hate relationship because it's much more love than hate, but it's just one of those things where the writing with Mushoku Tensei, there are so many things where I'm like, this is so incredible, and then there are so many weird choices where I'm like, okay, why did you decide to have this character do this, or why did you decide to have this go this way, because it kind of contradicts with this other part of the story. Like, there are some weird choices here. Again, mostly things in the future and stuff, but generally I think that it is just great. And again, no story is going to be completely perfect to everybody, but I really think that the story is amazing in so many different ways. The depth is, I would say, deeper than nearly any other anime that I've watched, and on top of that, the production quality just hits it out of the park in every single way. The ending was very good, not the ending that I already talked about, but I always talk about the opening and ending. Ending in that sense of the word, very, very good. I loved it. This, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. I love what we get in the beginning of the episodes where we have these establishing shots, the traveling, things like that. I kind of would have liked a real opening. I don't know. I am just a fan of anime openings and endings. So, that's just a me personal type of thing. Something that I would have preferred, or that I would have liked, at least. So there is that. But what we had was very good. That's another thing to go with the direction and everything. I love that we get so many just establishing scenes, establishing shots. I love when any anime or movie or TV show does that. Just lets us see the world a bit, get an idea of where they are. It just makes it feel deeper than just a background. So all of that I think was very good. And with that all aside, one thing that I do at the end of every review, character waifu relationship. So for part 1, character waifu relationship, character was easily Ghislaine, waifu was easily Ghislaine, and relationship was Ghislaine and Eris. So complete Ghislaine sweep. And so because of that, I want to do the no Ghislaine challenge. She was barely in the second part, and yet I would still, obviously put her at the top of these things. So doing the no Ghislaine challenge. My favorite character for this second part, I'm going to say, is Eris. Rudius was great. Paul was great. I haven't even really mentioned Ruijerd. I haven't even talked about Ruijerd. He's great too. Again, I loved everything about his character, his development and journey, and the way that he separated off. All of that was very, very good. I liked every aspect of his character. So there's that too. There's other characters and places. I love the Beast Folk Village. Geese was amazing. I freaking loved him. Again, there's so many other things too. It's just that, kind of focusing on the general aspects of things. But yeah, I would say for this, other characters were great, but my favorite character for part 2 was Eris. As much as I love those other characters, I think Eris, to me, her growth was a real highlight. I think that was really good. As far as waifu goes, again, if I could still choose Ghislaine, I'm still choosing Ghislaine. And I don't know if some of you would like my opinion on next choice if I don't choose Ghislaine. But it's weird. It's weird hearing her voice actress not going Misakawa or Misakawa. It's weird not hearing that every line. And for relationship, again, I'm not allowed to choose Ghislaine. Not that I would here, because it is easy for me to say Rudius and Eris. Again, there's so many good relationships here. Ruijerd and Rudius was good. Rudius and Paul I like, even though, to be fair, as much as I love it, it was only 2 episodes. But Eris and Rudius's growing relationship was insane, especially when we get to the finale and the scenes with Eris in the finale. It's so good. So yeah, I absolutely loved this. I'm gonna get to... So right now, I've just been busting through these anime reviews for things that I kind of watched in preparation or watched before starting the 2023 anime project. I've already started watching things from 2023, and during that I'm going to get to season 2. I don't know if I'll also get to season 2 part 2, or if that's 2024, or if there is... I think there's a season 2 part 2. I think it's a 2-part thing. So I don't know if that's going to be both 2023 or if one of those is 2024. Not 100%, but I'm going to be watching that, when I get to it. But I have so many other things I'm watching before then too. Either way though, I think that's it. I think I can end the video here, so thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this season of anime, my thoughts and reaction. I guess general thoughts, not really much of a reaction video. Subscribe for more, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, I should probably bring this up. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by sharing around or by dropping a super thanks, that's super appreciated. And if you'd like to help support the channel, help me to keep making videos and get your name at the end of videos, then you can hit join down below and also get One Piece videos a bit early. You can hit join down below to become a member or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to chosen regulars Evan Holly and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls Efronono, J.A. and the Band, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pater Dial, and Elsa the Storyteller. Seriously, you're all so great and amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Also, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.